Hi, so this is a little bonus video. There's been quite a few offers that I've kind of succumbed to this week on Amazon and other places. So I've got a bit of a graphic novel haul. Uh, So let's start off. But first of all, I showed you in another video, I think it was last week, that I've kind of got another collection thing now, where it's these like retro action figures based um, on music from the 80s and 90s, etc. So last one I got was Devo. This time I've got Johnny Rowan. It's by Super 7. It's the reaction line, and it's so cool. I'm hoping to get about 2 or 3 more so I can just have them just above a bit of my TV, and they look really cool just stood up. Obviously, I'm not going to take them out of the wrappers. So that's something I did treat myself to. Another thing that I did give a try to, and I kind of like, I'm conflicted, and I'll explain why in a bit, but I'm giving the Marvel Premier Collection a try. So I got the Black Panther one because I've never read it, and I got the Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four Solve Everything with Dale Eaglesham, Neil Edwards, and Steve Epting on art. On this one, it's Brian Stelfreeze, and Chris Sprouse on art. So they're quite chunky. You get over 300 pages, I think, on each one. But whereas the DC Comics Compact Comics are $9.99, these are $14.99. And I don't know who they're trying to target at with the. What I like about DC Comics one, the marketing and packed in such a way where the $9.99, so cheaper than a manga book, but there's at the right size where they'll sit nicely with manga books. So they're a great way of introducing people who just basically been raised on, like my daughter, who just read manga books, um, to try some American comics, and they're a price where they're not going to feel bad if they don't enjoy it. And it's a real mixed bag. It's not just the prime hitters like V for Vendetta, which is coming out in it, or Watchmen, or whatever, or Kingdom Come. They have those. Oh yeah, they're all going to be on it, but they also have a real mixed bag as well. Like there's various ones like the Harlequin. There's going to be a Harlequin one. There's Static. So they're aiming across the board so to get all the different tastes. Whereas the Marvel ones just seem to be either ones based on ones that have links to the Marvel cinematic universe, or ones that have been done in other collections, and like basically the Marvel does have many evergreen series. DC have a lot of one and done series what are evergreen and they'll never go out of print. Marvel don't have that, and I think they're trying to do that with this, but I think it's like it doesn't kind of like fall into either camp. It's not really a prestige premier kind of look, but they're aiming for that kind of like that Penguin book kind of vibe. But it won't. This won't appeal to somebody who's a manga reader either, or somebody who's not really a comic reader. So I think it fails on the mission. It's not $14.99 isn't as accessible as $9.99 for the same page count and just a slightly smaller format. That would be more relatable for somebody who's used to just reading books or manga or something like that. This isn't. This would mainly, I think, appeal to somebody who reads comics already. So if that's the case, then fine. But I will give them a read, and I will do a comparison in another video. But I like the paper. I like the feel of the covers. It's kind of like got this. Almost like this sounds weird, but it feels like a clammy texture, which I kind of like. Don't know what it says about me, but there we go. And I'm still carrying on with my Invincible run. I've been ploughing through this format. So I've picked up book 5 and book 6. So I'm reading a few a week of those. And then Amazon's got a really special offer on one of the Invisible books, rather than that, where even if the books are already reduced, there's a further 30% off the books if you buy 3. So that's what I've been doing. So I've got Spider-Man Life Story by Chip Zdarsky and Mark Bagley. Mark Bagley's not my favourite artist. I know a lot of people love him. I just don't like him. But I've got it more for the Chip Zdarsky writing, to be honest. I like the idea of where it's Spider-Man aging naturally from the 60s all the way through to modern times. So yeah, I will do a review of this once I've read it. And of course, the one that I did a video of today, which is Daredevil by Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb, which everybody should own. And then I did get this in singles for a while, but I said when I was reviewing it in singles that I feel it would work better as a collector's edition, which is how I'm going to start collecting it. So, Ultimate X-Men by Peach Momoko. It looks so much better on this better quality paper in this format, and I think it will read so much better collected as well. So, got this in the special offer, and I also got, even though I've stopped the series, I had stopped them because I didn't like all the crossovers, but getting them in this collected edition format, the crossovers will be collected in one book, so that'll make it so much easier. So I got X-Men, the Jed MacKay X-Men, and the Gail Simone Uncanny X-Men. And then finally, from eBay, I was going to get these in the facsimile of the Coming of Galactus facsimile editions of Fantastic Four issues. But I saw on eBay that they had these for £5. They were sealed. They were sealed up in the original pack, in the original cellophane. So for £5, I got Fantastic Four: The Coming of Galactus. It's part of the Ultimate Graphic Novels collection from. Is it Hachette who did it? Yeah, Hachette. And this has that storyline, the three-part storyline, but it also contains. So it's issues 44 through to 51, so that's a lot of issues, and the annual number 3. So you also have the storyline where the Inhumans make an appearance, which I adore. This is my peak period of Fantastic Four. This is my sweet spot for the Jack Kirby Fantastic Four run. So it's got all this great cosmic goodness as well, and the cool montage pages what he did. And I've ordered, which will be coming this week, the second part of this, which is Doomsday, which is this one here. So for the same price, £5, I've got that coming, free postage as well. So yeah, so why not? I love this format. I've got quite a few Prime comics, like I've got the Weapon X in this format, I've got Warlock, Captain Marvel, and things like that. I must do a video looking at them at some point. But yeah, I love this one. If you can see them on eBay, worth picking up. It's a lot cheaper than buying the comics single, a lot cheaper than buying an Epic collection, and really high quality hardback, really high quality paper, and it's got back matter in as well. It gives you the history of the thing. So that's what I got. Okay, so whew. I've done a lot of videos today. Have a great rest of the Sunday, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.